Something very interesting happened in central Kenya politics yesterday. Both President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy, William Samoei Ruto, were in central Kenya, but separate places. President Uhuru Kenyatta made an impromptu visit to Nyeri County accompanied by Kanini Kega. And by the way, I once opined on this platform that you guys need to follow Kanini Kega very closely. He could be President Uhuru Kenyatta's successor. So follow him. And again, later on, the president was in Laikipia County. And when the president was in those two places, his deputy William Samoei Ruto was in Murang'a County to launch a school bus hosted by the member of parliament for Kandara, Alice Wahome. By the way, yule Ketu Waruguru alinaka wapi? The women rep for Laikipia. The one Uhuru Kenyatta used to call Mrembo wa Laikipia. Alinaka wapi? Because she was a constant figure always in the DP's events, but I no longer see her in those events. So the DP was being hosted in Kandara constituency. I'm saying it was interesting day yesterday because it's normally very rare to find the deputy president and President Uhuru Kenyatta in the same region attending different events. It's normally very rare, but it points to something. But we are not going to go into those details for now, probably in the next video. And even today, for those who might not know, the deputy president was in Kiambu County, the backyard of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And in Kiambu also something very interesting happened. The DP was not accompanied by the local leaders. I don't know where they went to. That was just before he went to the burial, to attend the burial ceremony of the late Kipyegon Kenyan. But now back to the main issue. The DP was in Kandara constituency. And Kandara constituency is in Murang'a County. And the governor for Murang'a is Mwangi wa Iria. So Mwangi wa Iria did not plan to attend the event in Kandara constituency. But probably he sent his people there. And as usual, in politics, there's always these talks, probably the opponent saying opposite of what you do, and things like those. So probably the supporters of Mwangi wa Iria who were at that event put him on a speaker, and he was hearing everything which was happening there. How Moses Kuria was attacking him, how Ndindi Nyoro and the rest and other politicians were attacking him over the avocado bill, which in his view is going to help the people of Murang'a County. Kandara constituency is the largest producer of avocado in Murang'a County. So Mwangi wa Iria decided to come to that event. And indeed he came. And when he arrived, there was a commotion, which lasted for around 10 minutes. And the DP was there. So the deputy president's function was temporarily suspended or disrupted. But there are lessons that I want us to learn from that particular incident, because it's the same incident of what happened in Meru County. Remember, in Kandara, the event was organized by MP and attended by a governor. In Meru, the event was organized by the governors but attended by the members of parliament. So there's some inside story of what happened there. This is what I want us to look at. But before we go into those details, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this one, you get notified. Now, the commotion which was witnessed for the first time in Deputy President's event in Kandara constituency is likely to be witnessed more in central Kenya because of the following. Number one, in central Kenya, there's a battle between governors and the allies of the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto, over who is controlling central Kenya. And that battle was engineered by President Uhuru Kenyatta. We all know that central Kenya voted for President Uhuru Kenyatta in the last election to the last man. And the deputy president was part of that package for the last 10 years, more than 10 years. And after the last election, and President Uhuru Kenyatta entered the handshake with Raila Odinga, the deputy president suspected something. That these guys might be having certain plans against him. So the DP went and consolidated central Kenya using the members of parliament. Remember, most of these members of parliament from central Kenya, some of them, people like Ndindi Nyoro, Njagwa, some of them, even KJ, were rigged in by the deputy president William Samoei Ruto. According to them, according to what they are saying, not me. So the deputy president entrenched himself in central Kenya. And there's no any other place in this country, part of this country, where the DP has made trips more than central Kenya. So he successfully managed to consolidate central Kenya. Because of course I've explained severally here that the DP must ensure that, the DP must ensure that central Kenya votes for him. So he did that. And then came the Building Bridges Initiative. And because the Building Bridges Initiative was a project of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and central Kenya was rebelling against the president, and he could not use the members of parliament because those were right in the pocket of the DP, President Uhuru Kenyatta decided to go directly to the people using the governors. And the governors took that initiative, BBI initiative, as their own. So basically what's happening in central Kenya today, why those guys were fighting, is that contest between governors in central Kenya who are supporting Uhuru Kenyatta and members of parliament allied to the deputy president. And the president then has now successfully added senators to his wing. So let us wait and see how all this thing is going to unfold in central Kenya. So that's why the first reason why we saw that kind of commotion in that event. Number two is what I can call Uhuru Kenyatta versus William Samoei Ruto politics in central Kenya. For those who listened to the DP today in Nakuru, I think the friendship or the relationship between the deputy president and the president is over. But the DP must ensure that central Kenya is in his pocket. Uhuru Kenyatta has the system behind him. So on the ground, Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to regain control of central Kenya. But the DP and his allies are saying no way. And that's why we are seeing this kind of commotion in Meru, in Murang'a, and we are likely to see more of them. Because apart from that, the president has also decided that some of these members of parliament are not going to make it again to parliament. So central Kenya politics is going to be high voltage beginning now. The third reason why we are seeing those commotion is because of the Building Bridges Initiative, BBI campaigns. Let's face it, if BBI will result in a referendum, then ultimately it's going to either destroy careers of many politicians in central Kenya, or it's going to elevate certain people, politically speaking. And this is the battle we are witnessing on the ground there. The truth of the matter is that if we will go for a referendum in central Kenya, and those who support the Building Bridges initiative carries the day. Because remember yesterday, the DP allies said very clearly that they had poured cold water on that report. So that report, they're likely to oppose it at the referendum. So if a vote will be put, and these guys will end up successfully saying no to the report, convincing people to say no to the report, then the politics of the likes of Mwangi Iria are going to come to an end. The politics of people like Uhuru are going to come to an end. The politics of people like the Meru governor coming to an end. The Nyandarua governor, their politics is going to come to an end. And the same is, the opposite is also true. If the governors will convince the people to support this document, then rest assured, the likes of Alice Wahome, the likes of Moses Kuria, the likes of Ndindi Nyoro will have no option but to either go home or wait for the other general election, because this BBI referendum is going to make politicians, and is also going to destroy politicians in central Kenya. And that's why you are seeing these guys bitterly fighting. I've never seen hooliganism is mostly associated with ODM party. When Kipchumba Murkomen and Moses Kuria did what Mwangi Iria did yesterday in Meru, Ruto supporters held them. I don't know what their thought on what happened yesterday, because in my view, the office of the deputy president must be respected. It's a constitutional office. And again, I don't understand why these guys were trying to stop the governor from coming. But again, if the governor felt that he was not going to make it to that event, then the best thing, he could have just decided, I'm not coming completely. But it's because of that Building Bridges campaigns. Number 3 is President Uhuru Kenyatta succession politics in central Kenya. Who is going to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta in central Kenya? Who is going to succeed him? And will he have a say on who is going to succeed him? That's the major problem. The deputy president would want a situation where he controls the politics of central Kenya. Because he's a candidate. Uhuru Kenyatta is not a candidate. So Uhuru Kenyatta is losing nothing. Mwangi Iria has declared that he's going to run for the presidency in 2022. And he already has his own political party. Where is his home ground? It's expected in Murang'a. And because of that, he had to go and cause this commotion. When you've monitored closely what happened in Meru and listened to William Kabogo, I believe normally that William Kabogo is a very sober leader. When you listened to William Kabogo giving the reasons why that event was a flop, he attributed that to the succession politics in central Kenya. Waiguru wants to be the boss in central Kenya, wants to succeed Uhuru. Iria wants to be the boss in central Kenya. On the other side, Moses Kuria wants to be the boss in central Kenya. And the DP also wants to be the boss in central Kenya. Because of those interests about 2022 politics and the succession politics in central Kenya, anytime an event is hosted in central Kenya, there will always be commotion. I don't know what you think, but in my view, That's exactly the inside story of what happened in Murang'a County yesterday. And just like I said, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to help me grow this channel. So if you are bumping on it for the first time, just take a second and hit the subscribe button. What we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics of Kenya. The current affair, what's happened, any event which happened, we try to analyze. So at any given time, you'll always get something useful out of this channel. So just take a second and hit the subscribe button below so that next time you produce a video like this, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Just give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, thumbs down. And the best one is to drop your comments. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. I'd want you to suggest for me a topic you want me to discuss tomorrow. So I'll give you this opportunity to drop those suggestions in the comment sections below. I'll read all the comments today. For the next three or 4 hours, I'm going to read all the comments and I'm going to respond to all of them. So if you have anything you want me to talk about on this channel, drop that comment. Thank you guys. And you can also reach me out on my WhatsApp, which is 0777 741323. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Bye-bye.